Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday night. I'm Tracy Flintoff. I'm coming to you from the great Pacific Northwest. It's been a beautiful sunshine day, so we have energy up here, but we're a little cold. I'm joined tonight by Jeff Morton, Heather Hamrick, and Joy Markham will be doing our deep dive tonight. She's got something really great for you after our traditional introductory conversation. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that we can share with you something that has really changed our lives. And we are quite passionate about it. And there are more and more people every day looking for solutions because a lot of us get sick and tired and get sick and tired of being in pain or dealing with this or that or what have you. And we're here with really good news because it is possible to turn those things around and to help live your best life. And really importantly, to do that naturally without putting things in your body that it really wasn't designed for. And because what we're talking about tonight is really the future of medicine is not just about treating illness. It's really about unlocking the body's innate ability to repair and regenerate itself. I
Mhm.
didn't think that was possible until I started experiencing it. But it's pretty fantastic. And years ago in hospitals, medicine was sunlight and fresh air. And they had solariums because they understood that their patients just got better when they got in the sun. They didn't understand why, but they knew it was good, right? But they now have done studies. Light is very big business, and I'm going to show you in a minute. But they've now realized that a lack of that sunlight can be very detrimental to health. And they're likening it to as deadly as smoking. Really? I just have a hard time believing that one. But sunlight really is very reparative, restorative. We do have our standard medical disclaimer. So none of us are medical professionals. We are not going to diagnose or treat. Um, and the information we're sharing tonight is purely just for informational purposes only. We'd always want you working with your medical professional, monitoring your blood levels. And the category that with the FDA that this product resides under is the wellness product. So that's why most of our medical doctors don't even know this exists. There are no pharmaceutical reps in the world calling on them because this is a privately held company and we are the people who share it. Because if you like somebody, you love them, you care about them, you share. And we have a website, harmonypatching.com. That's just a helpful site to help you understand the patches more, get some good tips on how to use them, where to place them. That's just an added resource. But this company, LifeWave, has spent over 10 years studying stem cells and looking at research and data because there is an underlying issue that every human on this planet deals with, and that is that the faster we age, the slower we heal. And that's all because of a natural decline in the stem cell. That stem cell is designed to repair, regenerate, as well as prevent. And here's the sad reality. By age 30, we've lost about half of those repair cells. At age 30, I just was getting life figured out. I didn't know I was already on the downward slide, but man, when 40 hit, things started falling apart. I did not sleep. My brain started to have some hiccups. I had a lot of pain and other issues, but thankfully this came into my life and helped regenerate my brain when I needed it the most during the change of life season that only women get to go through. Aren't we lucky? But anyway, it really doesn't matter what you're dealing with. When we start bringing these back, we experience fewer aches and pain, less energy and stamina. Excuse me, when we have less of these are the things we're experiencing, but we can turn that around. We tend to look in the mirror and maybe not like what we see. We start seeing lines and wrinkles and sagging skin and gray hair and thinning hair. Maybe you're not sleeping like you used to. Maybe your memory isn't what it used to be, and maybe your metabolism becomes an enemy. But we got some good news because when we start using this product, we have the ability to turn that around. So, practitioners all over the world are using light right now in therapy. You hear of red light therapy, blue light therapy, cold laser, infrared sauna, MRI, on and on. These are all synthetic forms of making change in the body. What we're talking about tonight is a breakthrough technology that has the ability to make very big changes in the body. The product is called X39, and it is photobiomodulation, which meaning light making change in the body with a patch. You don't need cords, you don't need timers, you don't have to make appointments and drive across town. You can have this right in your own home. But it is a wearable technology to help you activate your own light, to look and feel young again. You remember what it was like when you were 20, before you had all those problems I mentioned? This makes it possible to regenerate and go backwards. And you're going to see some pictures of exactly that. But this is a patented product held by a company, global patent. You can't get this anywhere else in the world but from this company or one of your friends. And what is the X39? So it is a little device, little round patch. It looks like a Band-Aid. It is a medical grade hypoallergenic acrylic adhesive that is made by 3M. That is what most all of your adhesives in the surgical suite are made from. And it is encased in a medical grade polyethylene. It has a little fabric. It looks like gauze, but that internal fabric is really a reflector, and it's helping to reflect light back into the body at a particular angle. The angle comes from a crystal lattice made of nanocrystals, and it is comprised of salts, amino acids, stabilize oxygen in water. So that sounds really complicated, but here's the cool thing. It works. You don't have to know any of that. But it is working very much like how gems, precious gems, do they refract light? You can see all the different colors in these diamonds here, right? That is kind of the component of what's inside of this patch. Very powerful patch. The reality is a lot of our athletes have known about this for 21 years now. This company's been around, and it's been considered the athlete's secret sauce. The first athlete to really put this company on the map was Michael Phelps back in the Olympian days in Beijing. Our Olympic swim team swept the medals. Michael, particularly, really got the most. And they were thinking that he was doing something illegal. He had to be doping because how could he possibly beat all of these amazing performers of world class in their league? And they determined that nothing was going into the bloodstream or the body, so it wasn't doping. It's a reflection of light, but it was helping his body burn fat for fuel that gave him endurance, strength, and recovery. And when you have that combination, you can be a world-class athlete like all of these people you see here, Mike Tyson, Tom Brady, Serena and Venus Williams, Kansas City Chiefs. But this used to only be targeted to athletes, like I said. In 2019, things changed when this company, David Schmidt, the owner and inventor, very genius man, lovely man, spent 10 years trying to get those dormant repair cells to come back to life. And X39 was created, the first ever of its kind to bring back those repair cells. So no longer do you need to go and get those repair cells injected into joints and pay a lot of money and have them maybe work and maybe not work and maybe work for a short period of time. You can just bring back your own, and it's powerful because it's helping your body reduce pain very quickly. Inflammation, wound healing, energy, vitality, skin appearance, and helping you with a faster recovery from exercise. What I did for my brain, I'm forever grateful because I really thought I had Alzheimer's, and my brain came back really quickly. But my hair started growing, I started sleeping, the hot flashes went away, and my thyroid regenerated. So I was not complaining, believe me. My jaw kept dropping. Is this real? How does this happen? But here's the cool
But
thing about it. There's no drugs, there's no chemicals or stimulants. We don't have to worry about drug interactions, and there's no side effects. And like I mentioned, this was developed initially in San Diego for our US Navy SEALs before they were in Michael Phelps' hands. Privately held company, and David Schmidt holds over 200 US patents on age reversal. So we have a really nice video, and we're going to play that video for you. And I think it explains it better than I. So please take a listen.
Light, the energy of life itself. Since the beginning of time, light has sustained us, fueled our growth, and shaped the world. Even Einstein recognized that everything we are is made of light. But what if we could harness the light within us, not just to live, but to renew, restore, and rejuvenate? As time goes on, we begin to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Energy fades, sleep declines, and healing takes longer. The reason? Our stem cells, the building blocks of renewal, become less effective over time. Since 2004, LifeWave has been delivering groundbreaking technology to help the body do what it was designed to do, only better. Introducing LifeWave X39, the first product in the world that activates stem cells using our body's own light. Backed by clinical research, multiple patents, and over 10 years of stem cell research, LifeWave's founder, David Schmidt, achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and regenerative science that others, despite years of research and billions in funding, could not. The result? A revolutionary wearable light technology that unlocks the power of activating our own stem cells with a single, safe, affordable, non-transdermal patch that puts you back in control of how you look, feel, and perform. Here's how it works. Unlike traditional light therapy, which requires external light sources, X39 uses the body's own infrared light. When an X39 patch is applied to any point on the body, our infrared light is reflected back into the tissue, sending a signal to the brain, activating a powerful peptide, GHK, copper peptide, known to activate our stem cells. These younger, more effective stem cells then go to work, enhancing energy, relieving pain, improving sleep, accelerating recovery, and promoting healthier hair and skin. Unlike drugs or chemicals, X39 works naturally, awakening your body's ability to heal and thrive. Whether you want to boost energy for your busy life, recover faster, or simply feel your best, X39 supports your body's natural renewal process, helping you live long, live well, and live young. No matter your age or stage in life, your body is capable of more than you realize. It's time to unlock your full potential, restore your vitality, and embrace a healthier, more vibrant you. Be the light with LifeWave X39.
Isn't that amazing? I mean, every big pharmaceutical company under the sun has tried to do that. And here, a little no-name startup out of San Diego figured it out. That's pretty remarkable. More remarkable than that is LifeWave just won the Biotech Breakthrough Award. And this is an award given globally. So this company is on the map in a very big way. In America, we know very little about this company because Big Pharma puts pressure on the FDA to not allow this to be advertised in our country. It can be advertised in a lot of other countries, however. So you're going to start hearing more and more about it because the science community is all abuzz. Everyone's blown away. There's 100 patents, 90 clinical trials done all over the world. There is an age reversal section on our website, harmonypatching.com. I just want to point out where you find that under the science tab. And if you go read that, that is profoundly life-changing. It's like a fountain of youth peptide. And it's just doing so many amazing things for the body. But they did some clinical trials. A cardiovascular system acted 2 months younger after a 6-week organ study function. So what that really means is the participants were X39 for 6 weeks. Their heart was 8 weeks younger. Go do the math. That's like a day and a third younger for every day they wore that patch. Absolutely astonishing. This is probably my favorite study they've done, and they did heat mapping on brains. They had a number of participants. We are looking here down on a 77-year-old woman's brain in session one. That's her baseline. A patch has not yet touched her body, but where you see orange and red, that's heat. That's never good in the body. Heat is swelling, inflammation. And in the brain, that's really problematic. That's slowing blood flow and cognition. Session two, this is the first check-in. She's been wearing that beautiful X39 on the back of her neck, the C7, 12 hours on, 12 hours off. She's mimicking the day and night circadian rhythm of light. And this is the body making change. So that hot brain becomes a cool brain. And the important thing to note here is this is the body making that change. The patch is simply signaling that body and brain to make the change. So think of the patch as like the remote control to your TV. They work very harmoniously together. Session three is the conclusion of that study. And look at this woman's very beautiful brain. It's the perfect balance of warmth and cool, and it accelerates blood flow now because we have that swelling and inflammation out. She has an improved memory and focus, and I know she's happier because guess what? She got her keys and her checkbook back from her grandkids. They could notice a very big difference in her cognition. But what we're talking about is age reversal, very different than anti-aging because grandpa dude becomes hot dude. Grandma lady here becomes almost like the granddaughter, right? But we are not just talking about beautiful skin and hair. We are talking about beautiful joints, ligaments, tendons, organs, because the body is designed, like I said earlier, to repair and regenerate. This patient on the left, bulging discs, a lot of pain. Same patient on the right, it's just the body corrected that condition and made it younger again. That is regenerative. That's why they call this regenerative medicine. Spinal cord alignment here only took 4 weeks for this young lady. And then look at this lady on the left. She had had 25 sleep apnea events in 1 hour the previous year. I'm using the patch. It dropped to 2.5, or excuse me, 6.5. And today, she's saying, the day she posted this on Facebook, there were only 5.5. That is a life changed. And look at when you are getting oxygen and you are regenerating the body. Look at how different she looks. I mean, she is just so happy. And look at this sweet baby. Poor thing, got stung by a bee. And that was an overnight response, getting all that inflammation and heat out of the body. This does amazing things for skin and hair, tightening of the turkey neck, filling in of the varicose veins with collagen, hair growth, hormone balancing. Only 6 weeks for that young lady there. Pretty remarkable. You can just see everybody on this page, where they were in the beginning and where are they now. They're all smiling. They're happy. They are living a better life. And it doesn't matter, if you're looking to recontour your body or you want to have beautiful, nice, normal skin and not be embarrassed. Um, it's all possible because the body knows how to fix itself. Again, this patch just helping talk to the body to help it do what it needs to do. This is a rapid repair for two people dealing with fast-growing cells, but it's not only rapid healing. This has the ability to go in and change cellular structure to correct that condition. How amazing is that? This doctor I find really interesting because he's completely changed his practice because of this company. He no longer has employees and nurses and a brick and mortar. He works out of his home. He travels the world because he can help people on Zoom doing telehealth, ordering up what they need from this company, having it shipped to many countries in their language, in their currency, and he lives his best life. And he's helping patients in a way he never could. And I just loved his video. I thought he was a really smart guy. I love that these are not just for us humans, they're for our fur babies, be that a racehorse, a dog, a cat, a bird. This is my girlfriend's dog, Brutus. I didn't know he had gone blind. I wanted her to put this on him to help his pain. This poor little baby had a lot of arthritis. And a lot of these animals, they start acting like puppies and kittens, but I had no idea he had gone blind. And look at the difference there. He regained his vision. And that was after 1 week. She called me and we cried. So that was pretty exciting. And this is my favorite part of the night. So I would love to have Michael Piccarelli. Michael's coming to us tonight from Sun City, Arizona. I have not got to know, I mean, I've not known Michael before these patches came into his life through a friend. We've become great friends because I've been his biggest cheerleader and advisor to help change a condition in his body. So, Michael, are you able to unmute yourself
I am here.
and tell us what? Oh, wonderful. We'd love for you to tell us, what were you dealing with when we met? And what
First
was
of all,
life
I
like?
always
And
have to
tell
start
us.
off with a comment about the patches, which goes something like this. Oh, yeah. This stuff is amazing. I have to thank Jan Rand so much for the water machine because they're not available until April. So on December 22nd, I got the machine. I drank one glass of water. It gave me a massive headache, and my urine and other things didn't smell very pretty. The next day, the 23rd, did the same thing. On the 24th, I read an article that said if you have any type of serious diseases like the big C word, to take 5 or 6 glasses, which I did. The next day after Christmas, I was urinating a color about the color of a brown bag, and it smelled and it was super thick, and it was just flushing everything out of me. And I have to tell you that on December 16th, I had surgery because of scar tissue from radiation. And they did that at the same time I was releasing kidney stones. So the rawness of the surgery and the kidney stones ripping through me gave me another infection, which was put me in the hospital. And the doctor says you're going to be in the hospital for 2 to 3 weeks, and I was on morphine for it because of these kidney stones and the surgery at the same time. And I sent a friend of mine to go home to my house to get my patches. The next day, the doctor comes to me and he says, we don't know what happened, but your blood is the blood of an 18-year-old, and you're going home tomorrow. So I was only in the hospital for 3.5 days. And I have to say, it's the water and the patches that did it. And now Shauna, I know you all know Shauna, she comes over and her husband Tracey picks up bottles. He's on his way over here right now to pick up some bottles of the water because this stuff it's a miracle. It's an absolute miracle. And their father is in the hospital right now, and he's on the water, and he was supposed to be in the hospital for a while, and he got out early too. So this is absolutely incredible. And thank you, Jan Rand, for the machine.
Oh, thank you, Michael, for sharing your story, because that's the importance of sharing. In this country, we can't advertise. This company can't advertise conventionally. So it is word of mouth and it is just helping, sharing, and caring. And that's what we're all about. And for those of you who don't know what he's talking about, that water machine, we're going to talk about it here. Actually, Jeff is going to talk about it here next. So thanks, Michael. We just
Oh, my
love,
pleasure. I want to tell you guys, when
love
I was in the
helping people.
hospital, I was on morphine. That's how bad it was. And when I got out of the hospital, I used the LifeWave patch right on the privates, and it worked amazingly because that's what was got all infected. So there's another thing too, the LifeWave patch. This everything
Oh,
about
yeah.
this LifeWave stuff is it's a miracle.
It sure is. It
It
sure is.
is.
And it's too good to keep it to yourself. And people
I
sure do
can't.
thank you when things
Thank
turn
you,
around like
Tracey.
you. So you are truly a miracle. And he's also a dancing crazy nut. So yeah, keep on dancing.
Yes, I'm glad to be back too.
Oh, we're glad to have you. Thanks so much. Okay, well, I'm going to turn this over now to Jeff to walk you through how you can get your hands on these incredible Miracle Maker patches.
All right, everybody, buckle up because here we go. You can get the X39 for retail for $149.95. You get a 30-day supply, so basically get an envelope with 30 patches in it. The wholesale pricing, which we're going to talk about in a moment, is $99.95, and it's also 30 days. So you have to decide whether you want to pay retail or you want to pay wholesale. We have different ways to do that. You can become a preferred customer plus. I focus on the brand partner opportunities that we have simply because it gives you a better opportunity to share the products as well as the company will reward you financially. And that's where I started. So I just want to let you know that there's retail and there's wholesale, and you can see the price difference right there. Each one of the patches are different in price. Uh, several of them are the same price, but when you're doing wholesale, it's basically 30% off. Anyway, we're going to move to the next slide. Are you there, Tracy? All righty. I started with the core pack. It was $295 plus tax plus shipping. And basically, I was going to try this out. Now, you got to understand, I avoided this conversation for just about a year until I finally did a deep dive and looked at it, and I went, "Whoa, I got to check this stuff out." Once I got the 295 pack, and you build, it's a package you build. I always tell people to start with the X39 and the Eon for inflammation, but you build the pack, and depending on what you purchase, you get 3 or 4 different sleeves. A sleeve would be considered an envelope, okay? Then I got the advance. Now, what I did was I paid the difference, and you can do that only once. So I paid the difference between the 295 and the 535. I can't remember what it was. But having done,
$240 for you.
how much was it?
240.
204. Yes, that's kind of what I remember. Anyway, I built that pack too. So I'm building packs based on the 11 different patches that are available, always X39 and always Aeon. I always start with those two. But then I went to several other ones, and I've been doing this now, folks, since really the end of March, beginning of April. And what I did when I decided I was going to check this out, because the research I did was phenomenal, blew my mind up, and I was like, okay, I got past the skepticism and realized this was something technology was bringing forward, and I needed to know more and more and more. So I made a 1 year commitment to see this thing through, and I'm not quite there yet, but I'm advancing because I'm sharing this. And today I got a really nice bonus. But the bottom line is once I did the advanced, I went, okay, I got to go up to the advanced plus. And so that's where I'm at now. I paid the difference, and I have a supply of patches as well as uh, I'm able to, help people out, give a few of them out and whatnot. But now my patches are kind of paid for because I'm a brand partner and I'm sharing this information, and the company is saying thank you in the form of payments. And so I'm real excited about it. For the first time in my life, I am excited about this type of marketing. Anyway, the company introduced the Advanced Plus pack at the convention in October. And of course, then there's the premium pack, which is $1,750. I have several people that have purchased that, and you get a bunch of patches. And it's a great way to start if you got a lot of family and friends that you want to help out, or if you have a business or something of that nature. So I'm just a single guy. I'm married, obviously. I'm married, but I had to start out small financially because that was the only way I could do it. Anyway, I'm very, very happy with this. And each time you do this, you get points. And so the points are what advance you in rank if you're building a business. I'm building a retirement income. And so this is this is a big deal for me because when I retire, I want to do something while I'm retiring. And so far, this has been a godsend into my life. Go ahead. Next one.
Okay, and then do you want to mention the monthly subscription?
Oh, yes. And of course, you can do the monthly subscription too. Uh, you order monthly subscription to keep repair cells activated, typically for $99.95 if you're a wholesale purchaser. But you want to do that. You want to get a monthly, you just got to do this for at least 90 days, folks. I committed to a year, and so I make sure that I have patches coming every month. And get with the person who brought you or taught you about all of this to help you understand how that's all done, okay? Where am I at? Okay,
Okay, you're on the core pack now.
so the core pack, like I started out with, was the X39, the Eon, and the Alavita. Alavita, believe it or not, I wear the Alavita patch right in the middle of my forehead when I go to bed at night. And, I sleep a lot better. And you know what, Tracy? You do have some really crazy dreams. You do. But anyway, my wife even is experiencing that. Um, Eon is called the happy patch. It kind of helps you deal with inflammation. One of the things that's an enemy of stem cell rejuvenation is inflammation. And so we want to make sure we get the inflammation in our body down. In fact, inflammation is probably the number one thing for just about everything. Dr. Roger Lee, who did a presentation this weekend, he talked about that. Inflammation is a killer. So Eon helps to eliminate the inflammation, and I encourage you to do that. Keep in mind, you want to make sure after you get the first, if you buy the 295, you don't have to spend 295 or 535 or whatever every month. You can just order one patch. but this is at the brand partner level. And there's a couple of benefits to the preferred customer and preferred customer plus as well. So I started with the 295 and then I immediately started with the 99.95 to make sure that I was getting the X39 patch. And I have several people that signed up under me who just get the X39. So I just treat it like another bill, to be honest with you. But go ahead, Tracy.
Okay, now we're under the
Oh,
pain
wait. I
relief
want to talk about Ice Wave. I got to talk about Ice Wave. Ice Wave does not do anything to promote rejuvenation of cells, but it does take away pain. It literally, I've seen it happen, I don't know how many times this weekend, 7 or 8 people. I've seen people instantly relieved of pain. One particular story was in Israel. The lady was suffering, she couldn't move. We were on a tour, she was done. I put the ice wave patch on her. She approached me 3 minutes later and said, "What did you give me? My pain is completely gone." So this is a pain blocker and it increases your circulation. So there's just so many wonderful things about these patches. I could go on and on and on and on and on. Oh, if you do new, this is the new one, right? Tracy, I'm
Yes,
not
so we
familiar
have
with
a
this one.
yeah, if you were to place a new order between now and Sunday, you will get a free X49. So that is the sister peptide to X39. That's raising 8 HK copper peptide instead of GHK copper peptide. Powerful for organ support, bone density, EMF protection, and a whole lot more metabolism. But you'll get that for free as a bonus from our friend Marcy. This is not sent from the company. And if you are doing an upgrade, so if you've already bought one of those packs, like Jeff was sharing with you, how you can go from core to advanced and so on, all you do is do an upgrade and then get back with your representative who helps you, and they will help you obtain your complimentary X49 promo. She's
Jeff,
just so generous. We love that lady.
Jeff, what do you mean by the new one? You
Sorry,
said, is this the new one? What's that mean?
Oh, it's just a new promotion,
a new
Okay,
Michael.
okay.
promotion.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you, Tracy. I apologize. I hadn't read about that. Uh,
Yeah, no problem.
the Cellurize, we have a morning and an evening blend. And I did something today, actually, because I wanted to understand the ingredients better. Uh, the sea buckthorn fruit extract. I did a little research on what it actually does, and I'm just going to read this to you real quick. The health benefits: increases cardiovascular health, supports the seed therapy, cancer, improves skin health, disease prevention. This little berry, I knew nothing about it until we started talking about Celergize. But Celergize is something that complements literally getting you reactivated on the cellular level. So this is an amazing thing. Nitric oxide declines with people by age 75%. By the time you get 70, you I have people that are using nitric oxide as a regimen every day. Well, this product has it in there. It has all these little goodies. It has all of these ingredients that you see on this page, where you can't see it. But it's something that's going to complement you wearing the patches. I drink it every morning, and you just got to learn about it. This is a product that was introduced last year, I believe it was, and then it came to market just a few months ago, and now we have the evening blend. So these are things that just complement your wearing the patches. The light infused water. Okay, now we've been waiting for this to hit the market now for a while. They've been working out the kinks on it, but it's basically light infused water that has never existed before. And like Michael was telling you, once you drink this product, this water, all kinds of things happen. Your energy boosts. I've had several glasses of it. Thank you, Tracy. But Michael, I was listening to your testimony. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. I thought that was really, really cool. They've had a couple of glitches as they try to work through this, delivering a quality product. So we're waiting a couple more months now to see when it comes out. Weekly regenerative patches cast. We do this every Monday night and Tuesday night, folks. I'm almost always here on Tuesday nights, although I haven't been here for the last couple of weeks. But I'm looking at all the people that, Tracy, there's so many more people here. I think we have like over 30 some odd. So this
Yeah.
is growing, and I'm pleased to see that. I had a few issues with this, but folks, let me tell you something. Being committed to this and coming to this every Monday night or Tuesday night and inviting people, uh, I'm having a blast. I'm having a great time promoting this product, sharing this product, and now I'm happy to see all of you folks here in our Tuesday night call. I haven't been for the last couple of weeks, so this has been very, very nice. You simply get with the person, they'll give you the code or jot down the information, take a picture of it right there. But really, the more you come to these Zoom calls, the more you're going to understand what this technology is all about. Practitioners dinner in Puyallup. When's that going to happen? Oh, that's
That is going
February
to
the
be
20th.
February 20th. So
Yes.
if any of you have a massage therapist, an acupuncturist, a hairstylist, an esthetician that you've always wanted to share this with, you have an opportunity to invite them to this, and we will be there and present and help them understand how they can integrate this into their practice. We have more and more doctors converting every day and putting this in because there's nothing more powerful on this planet than light. And light in the body is a game changer.
Well, that's coming up quick too.
Hmm.
Share the gift of health. Rewards are priceless. Guys, I got to tell you, I'm loving the reward of sharing this information with people. Due to the FDA regulations of LifeWave, we can't advertise this because there's no medicine being transferred into your body. They have all these rules and things because they want to make sure that they just they don't want to know about this. We all want to know about this, and so do you, trust me. We get checks. I got a huge bonus today. I was real excited about that. It's kind of, I feel this way, and I agree with the social responsibility. Once you understand the miracle that has been developed in this technology, and I'm never talking medicine, once you understand how this affects the human body and what changes occur in people, you will not be able to not tell your family and your friends and just about everybody. I have
Hmm.
conversations with people in the supermarket, so you just can't keep it to yourself. But anyway, that's my spiel. Thank you, Tracy. I'll turn it all back to you.
Oh, wonderful job, Jeff. It's so good to have you back. Thank you. We needed you back. So, if you happen to be a guest tonight, or if you happen to have invited a guest, Heather's been posting and asking people to put your name in chat because we are going to do a very high-tech giveaway for some X39 patches. And Joy and I have been sitting here side by side, um, putting the names in. Let's see, do we have any other names? Going once.
Jen Myers.
Okay, let's add Jen Myers to the group. I've got a bunch of names here all folded up. And this is that high-tech giveaway, like I
who
mentioned.
invited you, Jen?
Yeah, we want to make sure that your person.
Carlos.
Okay, well, we'll put Carlos in to win as well. And then we're going to do the drawing.
Oh, wow. Okay, here we have a couple more. Hold on.
Okay, and they're still coming in. Yay. So for every guest you bring, you get another entry. So if you like free product, who doesn't want to win something, especially when it can do what these patches are doing for the body? It's an amazing gift. Okay.
And there's more people popping in that are here for the first time.
Wonderful. Well, we're so thrilled to have so many new people joining us. This is just our passion, and all of us have a changed life.
We're not ready yet.
And I told you about my thyroid and my hormones and my hot flashes, but I did not tell you about the most astounding thing that happened to me And I don't know when it happened because when you deal in cellular root cause repair, this timeline is very different than popping a pill, right? We just takes time to do it right. My thyroid, or excuse me, my bunion on my left foot went away. I needed surgery on that. It was a very painful surgery on my right foot. I swore I'd never do it again, but it's gone. I took off my shoe and it is not there. So, wow, we have a very big pile and we are sorting, sorting, sorting. And our winner is Carlos. Congratulations. You are the proud new winner of X39. So if you could please jot down this website, it's x39winner.com, and you're going to put your name into the website, and you'll tell them that you won these on Harmony Patching Tuesday night. And our friend Jan Rand will get those sent to you, and do allow up to 30 days because she and Marcy travel a lot. So what we're talking about here is just giving yourself the gift of light. And we thank you for joining us. And if you want to hold on just a moment, I'm going to stop recording. We're going to answer questions, and then Joy is going to go into our deep dive. And she's got some really